Welcome back to Absolutely the Best Podcast, a work in progress. I'm Zach, and with me today is my good friend George.
Hello.
And today we're joined by a special guest. You may know him as RGB, or Retro Game Brews.
It's a mouthful.
From the Blue and the Other Guys podcast. Sorry, Gamers Week podcast. From the Gamers Week podcast, we are pleased to welcome, who's now regretting his choice to join us, noted earthquake enthusiast,
Yes.
Mr. Ryan Payne.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Appreciate you. Well, at least so far, I think. Appreciate you having me on the show, and looking forward to talking about one of the movies that I loved as a kid. And
Same.
Yeah, I'm really excited to kind of revisit. So,
Alrighty. Well, this is Series 2, Episode 8, which is our MCU adjacent series, so there will be at least one tie-in to that movie franchise. Today we're talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark from June 12th, 1981. We don't have a ranking system for Series 2, but after we discuss the movie, we will give it our ratings and tell you whether or not it's absolutely one of the best movies. As a reminder, we assume the listener has seen the movie before, and of course, there will be spoilers, and you should watch this movie. It is great. So, let's get into the movie memories. I'll go first just because I know George's story, and I think Ryan's is better. This is one that I think I saw when I was maybe 9 for the first time. Every Thanksgiving, we would go to my cousin's house, and for whatever reason, this movie was playing all the time on some movie channel. I didn't have cable growing up, so I never saw anything except for this movie at my cousin's house. And we would watch it like 3 times in a row. It was great. I always loved it. I finally got to see it in the theater for the 30th anniversary back in 2012. And I was worried. I took a friend with me who had never seen it before, too, actually. But I was worried that it wouldn't hold up. I hadn't seen it in a while. It's not like I'd never seen it since I was a kid, but I was a little worried about the theater experience. But it held up beautifully. And my friend who had never seen it before was like, "That's a great movie." So that was that was the proof that I needed that this one stands the test of time. That, I think, might have been the last time I saw it until now. It's definitely the first time I saw it since watching The Mummy, and I didn't realize just how much that movie borrows from this one.
Mhm.
Normally, I would watch the commentary, but apparently Spielberg doesn't do that. So, no commentary comments on this one. What about you, Ryan?
So grew up watching this one. I think I was probably about the same age, about 9, the first time I had seen it. I'd actually seen Last Crusade first.
Oh, interesting.
Because I mean, they were all out by the time I was that age. So, my dad introduced me. They had a bunch of these recorded off of HBO and like a VHS.
Okay, sweet.
So like my entire household was filled to the brim with VHSs from what my dad recorded off of HBO. But I fell in love with this movie. It, I think, has a lot of the fun and action and excitement that I would want out of an Indiana Jones flick. And I think also it covers an interesting part of it being that it's historical as well. So there's all these other extra elements that kind of come into play. So it's something that I'll be honest with you. I will say I've always been more of a fan of Last Crusade than I am of Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I think it's just Last Crusade was my first Indiana Jones experience. So have a certain nostalgia for it first, but outside of that, absolutely love this. And today I watched it on Laserdisc.
Nice.
So that was actually my first viewing though on my Laserdisc. So that was something I've gotten into recently, is collecting Laserdiscs. And
Nice.
Yeah,
I have a few Laserdiscs. I don't know if I still have the Laserdisc player though.
Right.
But I bought a long time ago. I bought the A New Hope. Well, I guess it was just called Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi on Laserdisc. Bought a Laserdisc and transferred them to DVD because I hate those specialized versions or whatever. Right, and I was like, I got to have the double resolution over VHS that Laserdisc offers. So, all right, George, what about you? What's your long sordid history with this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're being ironic because, yeah, I don't have any long sordid history with this. I did know that it existed, but this was definitely like my first time watching it in its entirety. It almost feels like I don't know if this is blasphemous, but it almost feels like a prequel, like an international prequel to National Treasure,
Mhm.
which I did enjoy a lot. So I'm surprised I actually hadn't even put in the time to see this. But yeah, I've never really seen an Indiana Jones movie before this because I don't know. I'm probably just lame, but nothing about it on the surface really interested me at the time. Um, I think as a kid, I was more into like Transformers and robots that could like turn into different types of vehicles. And it's not like Indiana Jones traveled to space, and it's not like he had any powers.
Not yet.
Yeah, I was just-
But I did. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's not the reboot. Will have him have powers, I'm sure. Uh, but yeah, I thought it was really fun. I don't know why people complain that there's a crisis among young men not knowing what masculinity is and stuff. Because I think you just watch these movies from our childhood, and you've got Luke Skywalker, you've got Indiana Jones, and Indy's like this man's man running around with his shirt half open with a whip and a gun. Like, how much more masculine, do you need to be? And I like that it was kind of like it's very clearly from an earlier and more innocent period of cinema.
Yeah.
Because the fight scenes definitely, I think after watching John Wick, you're like, oh man, they don't even compare. But the fight scenes even seem fun. Like the background music, and it's just such a fun movie, and all the Disneyland rides make sense to me now. Like that whole with the boulder and stuff coming at you and everything. So I don't know.
You'd
I've seen
never
a
even
few
seen the Boulder
clips.
scene before?
No, I mean I've seen clips of it on YouTube because like, oh, what's this thing about? Because I think I went to Disneyland for the first time when I was 14 as a super late intro to Disneyland. But I did see it there. I saw that whole ride there, or that that boulder scene in person, I guess. Um, but yeah, I've seen clips here and there, and I didn't realize that a lot of those clips I'd seen on like YouTube and stuff floating around on memes were from Raiders of the Lost Ark. So it's pretty nice. It made me really curious. What like is there really like? Did people really lose the Ark? And I guess people did because it's. I mean, to this day, I think people still haven't found it. So I don't
I
know.
didn't think it was even a real thing, but
I thought you went to like really like a Catholic school or something, or don't the kids
yeah,
go to the Catholic school?
I remember asking in Sunday school once about like the Lost Ark, and that question was pretty much dismissed out of hand. So,
But it was. I think it was. I mean, at least from what I remember from Bible study and stuff, and my 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 really religious life back in the day, it really was a thing. It just got lost. And when I Googled it, it was just nobody knows what happened to it,
well,
which is kind
they've
of
got top
amazing.
men on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Top men. This movie was written by Lawrence Kasdan. He did the screenplay. He also wrote the best Star Wars movie. Shouldn't need to clarify that, but it's Empire.
Oh, it's not Return of the Jedi?
It is not, sir.
Stop the
But
Force Awakens.
he also wrote Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, and Solo, and those are all fine. But my favorite's always been Empire.
He wrote Solo. That was like
Yes,
the one that just didn't need to happen.
it was okay. I thought it was. I mean, there's several that didn't need to happen. But
Sure.
of the ones that didn't need to happen, I thought that one was okay. So he wrote a lot of other stuff that I mostly hadn't seen, but didn't realize he wrote The Bodyguard, that Whitney Houston
Really?
movie, and and Dreamcatcher, the coke-fueled Stephen King
Right.
book adaptation. Yeah, he was writer, director, and producer on that one.
I love that movie. Or is that a weird
It's
thing?
entertaining. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I will give it that. But it is a crazy movie. The story by credits were George Lucas.
Yep.
I don't know who that guy is. He's obviously involved in the Star Wars movies in one way or another, though, for better or for worse, because in case you just woke up out of a 50-year coma, he created the Star Wars franchise and cannot leave it alone. He's
He's left it alone for a while now, though, right? Because ever since he sold it to Disney.
I don't know how much he's not meddled.
Yeah.
And since selling it, he didn't it seemed like a lot of money back in the day too. Didn't he sell it for like $1 billion, like $1 billion? And we were
Something
like, "Ooh,
astronomical, yeah.
$1 billion." But
Yeah.
now it seems like it was a good investment on Disney's part, I guess. Philip Kaufman also gets a story by credit. And most notable of his credits for me is the 1978 Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
Yep.
which I feel like that comes up at least once an episode. Great movie. This movie was directed by Steven Spielberg, well-renowned director, deservedly so. Too many movies to list, really, but for me, some highlights are Jaws, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Twilight Zone the movie. That's a good one. Kind of forgot that he did that. Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. That one's really fun.
Jesus.
No, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
It's a fantastic movie, but fun was not.
It's that's a hard watch, and I don't know if I watched it more than once, but it is that is a work. And then something that is fun is Minority Report. He's also involved in all the Indiana Jones sequels in some way, for better or for worse, mostly for worse. The main and I mean mostly for worse, those movies, not his involvement necessarily. Just to clarify. The main cast, we have Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. Not the titular Indiana Jones here because his name is not in the title. I think that they've kind of retconned that though.
They
right?
have, yeah. I think
Changed
you're right.
Yeah.
Because everything else after that was Indiana Jones and.
Yeah.
Right.
So Harrison Ford's our MCU tie-in. We discussed him in the Captain America Brave New World episode. I don't know if you have anything you want to add, Ryan, because you obviously weren't in that episode about Harrison Ford.
Sure. American Graffiti. Wasn't he in American Graffiti?
Oh,
as
yeah.
well?
I think that's his first movie, right?
Yeah. And as I understand, he wasn't originally intended to be solo. He just was reading as part of the test scripts and ended up getting the role after a while.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys know that it was supposed to be Tom Selleck as Indiana Jones, right?
I did not know that.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea.
I was okay. It's one of those things I knew for a long time, and I assumed everybody know. He couldn't get out of his Magnum PI contract.
No kidding.
Lucas and Spielberg asked CBS, who was making Magnum PI, to release Tom Selleck 10 days early from his contract. And then CBS was a bunch of dicks and greenlit the show for a full season because they figured Tom Selleck's in high demand now, right? So that forced him to drop out as Indiana Jones. And then adding insult to injury, there was an actors' strike later that year, which put the show on hiatus for 3 months, during which he would have been able to do the movie if he had, been able to sign up for it.
If that happened now, do you think that they would have just hired Tom Selleck and then CGI'd his mustache off?
That's yeah, I don't know if I could take an Indiana Jones with a stash.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that. So, other actors considered for the role, they're all kind of a surprise to me, I think. But Bill Murray, I can't even imagine that. Nick Nolte, who was also considered for Han Solo. Have you ever watched Dr. Katz?
The old school Squiggle? Yeah.
Did you ever see the one, or do you remember maybe the one with Patton Oswalt where he's talking about how Nick Nolte was considered as Han Solo? I gotta find it and send it to you. But yeah, he's just like, "Oh hell, Chewbacca." That's really good. Steve Martin and Chevy Chase were both considered.
Really?
That would have been too goofy. I think same with Bill Murray. Yeah. Tim Matheson, maybe I could have seen that. Jack Nicholson, that would have been insane. Jeff Bridges, I love him. I just don't think it would have worked. I mean, it's hard to say that anybody would have worked after seeing Harrison Ford do it. Sam Elliott, that would have been an interesting Indiana Jones, at least.
Another stash one, though.
Again with the stash?
Yes. Well, he sometimes shaves it, right? Harry Hamlin, the only thing I remember him from is, what's that?
Return of the Titans or something? Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, right? The original one. I'm assuming the good one. And David Hasselhoff. That's I wonder why he didn't get the part. So in the role of Marion Ravenwood is Karen Allen.
Yep.
I love her in this, especially because she's such a strong and tough female character. She's Indy's former lover, daughter of a fellow archaeologist, and all around tough gal. I forgot that she was in Animal House. As soon as I read that, I was like, oh yeah, I remember now. And Starman, she was
I remember
Jenny
Starman.
Hayden. The only thing I remember
Yeah.
about that movie is him going, Jenny Hayden? Jenny Hayden? She gets injured or something at some point, right?
But you don't remember the little balls? The
I don't
the little marbles that he carried around?
I don't remember little balls.
Yeah.
I do remember the line, red means stop, green means go, yellow means go very, very fast.
Is that where that's from?
Yeah.
That's funny. Karen Allen was also in Scrooged. I don't remember her in that. I need to rewatch that. I used to love that movie.
Yeah.
The Sandlot, she's the mom in that. Great movie.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
I forgot she was in all those pretty much. Paul Freeman plays Rene Belloc. He's the rival archaeologist Indiana Jones who ends up working with the Nazis to find the Ark. The only other things I've recognized that he was in is Ace's Iron Eagle 3 and Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz, yep.
Yeah,
Hot
I don't remember him
He's a
being
priest
in
in Hot Fuzz, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Iron Eagle 3. Man, what a callback.
Yes, I'm sure I saw it. I'm sure I saw it back in the day. I barely remember it though. Ronald Lacey plays Major Tot. This guy plays such a creep. He is so gross. He's some higher up in the Gestapo.
Is he the one with the round glasses?
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
super sweaty all the time.
Yep.
Besides Belloc, he's kind of the main antagonist here. I think the only thing I've seen that he was in is The Last Crusade, and he's just uncredited as Heinrich Himmler. So I had no idea until doing these show notes.
You know what's interesting about that is his look in that movie, right, with the glasses and the top hat and everything. I've seen that redone in a bunch of anime. So they seemed to recognize that he was ultra creepy as well.
Right.
It's always a bad guy. It's always a villain, right?
Yeah.
And always has that same kind of cadence as far as his voice is concerned. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Is his character where like the Dark City bad guys were kind of modeled after too? Like
they
have that
do
same...
look like him. They do look like him.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's a good observation. John Rhys Davies as Sala. Sala is an Egyptian excavator and longtime friend of Indy. Here we go. I called out James Cameron for putting Jeanette Goldstein in brownface, so I'm definitely calling out Spielberg for this. You may have noticed that John Rhys Davies is not Egyptian.
No, he is not.
What?
He is a Welshman. It's not like Fisher Stevens in Short Circuit level of racist, but it's pretty racist.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking. Oh yeah.
Are you going to tell me Alfred Molina isn't Spanish or Hispanic?
No, I don't know. I actually didn't look into him because I actually don't have him in the credits. I just gave him a brief mention later on, but he could be. He could. I don't know. What's Molina? That sounds
Italian.
Italian, Spanish. Practically the same thing. It turns out he's half Spanish. Well, as I said, I do love the character of Sala though, and they bring him back for multiple sequels.
I was about to ask that, yeah, because I feel like I've seen other clips of him.
Yeah, no, he's definitely in the other movies. I don't know if he's in all of them, but he's in more than one other.
Yeah, he's in Last Crusade for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He plays Gimli and Treebeard in the Lord of the Rings.
Yes, he
movies,
does.
And I had no idea. I didn't even know it was the same actor for those two characters.
Isn't he super tall too?
Yeah, so he had to stand on his knees the entire time. And I mean, as someone who doesn't have great knees, my heart goes out to him.
And I don't think he was particularly young then either.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. He's also the voice of the Brine King in the Aquaman movies. I watched the first Aquaman one time, and that was enough. Denholm Elliott as Marcus Brody. Brody's another friend of Indy's and a museum curator. So he gives Indy info, and his museum gets the artifacts that Indy recovers. George, you probably don't know this, but Ryan, is it just me or is he more bumbling in the sequels?
Yeah, he seems like more of an idiot. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't.
Oh,
They
know
even
how I
they
feel
even
about
call him out for that, right? He gets
I think
lost
so,
in his
yeah.
own museum, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So I mostly remember it from Last Crusade because besides this one, Last Crusade is the only one I think I've watched a bunch of times.
Right.
And I didn't even bother with Dial of Destiny.
he's more like a comedic, like
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
comedic in
Yeah.
the next two ones. Okay.
Yeah. So let's get on to the main discussion. Right off the bat, something that the Mummy borrowed from smartly, I would say. We have the Paramount Pictures logo crossfade to Kalalea Mount in Kauai, which I've been to Kauai and I did not go there. I think I didn't realize it was there. I feel like I missed an opportunity. I'll have to go back. But the Mummy did it with the Universal Pictures globe crossfade to the sun over ancient Egypt. We also have a second MCU tie-in here. That's Alfred Molina, noted Spaniard Alfred. He's almost unrecognizable here as Satipo, I think is his name. That is Indy's guide for this opening expedition. It's South America in 1936, and Indy's following a map as he traipses through the jungle. I love that you don't see his face for a few minutes.
Right.
Like we're just making progress through the jungle, picking up hints here and there, and then it's not until some guy pulls a gun on him, somebody's gonna betray him, and you hear that, you get the whip noise. He whips the gun out of the guy's hand, and then you see his face. It's great.
Do whips really work like that? I've always been kind of curious.
If you know how to use, whipping a gun out of somebody's hand, if you hit somebody in the hand with a whip, they're gonna drop a gun.
Yeah, but
I don't know if you could grab a hold of a gun and yank it out. Is that what he did?
No, I'm just saying, he in the movie is super adept with this whip. Like he uses it to to grab something and then swings across the way. It's like a spider web almost for him. Like just.
I'm gonna let it go. I don't think it works quite that easily.
Okay.
You might be able to get it to work now and then. I certainly wouldn't risk swinging over what it looks like a bottomless pit.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sure how realistic that is. But in terms of like whipping things, like knocking a gun out of somebody's hands, I think that would work.
Yeah.
And you get hit.
That I know you can do. Yeah.
Yeah. The sound is literally a sonic boom. It's going fast. So they eventually make their way to some temple built on a mountain. Notably, Indy fills up a little bag with sand. Please hold for a complaint. It's kind of old timey humor, but it makes me chuckle with the spiders when Indy has a couple of tarantulas on his back and Satipo brushes them off, and then he turns around and his back's covered with them.
Right.
That still works for me. And apparently, when they were doing that scene, the spiders looked fake because they weren't moving at all, and so they had to get a female spider and put it on, and then all the males started going crazy.
Really?
Oh wow.
Really? It's interesting. That's a trope, though, of all the Indiana Jones movies is some kind of gross animal, right? So it's the spiders in this one, right? In Temple of Doom, it's take it back. It's spiders and snakes in this one. In Temple of Doom, it's all that like the bugs in the one room,
yes.
right?
Yeah, the room
and
coming down.
Last Crusade, it's rats. So they always have like an element there. And I think in Crystal Skull, it's which we shouldn't really talk about, but Crystal Skull has the scorpions as well.
And Shia LaBeouf.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Set me right up for that. Actually, I feel bad for that guy. He's had a lot of trouble.
Is Shia supposed to be his son or something?
I think they do confirm that, right?
Yeah.
Mutt. We don't talk about that movie. It doesn't exist. There's a booby trap demo. Forstall, Indy's predecessor, is impaled on spikes. He's been there a while, it looks like.
I do have a question about that.
Yeah.
What mechanism do we put our hand on in front of a light? Right? Do they have light sensing vacuum tubes in this thing?
It's ancient photoreceptor cells. Yeah. No, I hear you. Like none of this holds up to scrutiny, but when I was 9, it was awesome.
Right. Oh yeah, 100%.
Awesome enough where I'm like, I don't care. This the guy who gripes about science stuff all the time. I do not care. I'm moving right along. Although I'm going to science gripe in a second. Okay. And again, I don't care, but I'm going to talk about that one a little bit.
And dude,
that's a good point. So actually, my very next note is none of this is realistic, but I love it. They use the whip to swing across the gap in the floor. There's blow darts that are triggered by stepping on certain stones. They got that ancient air compressor going still.
You always do the poof.
Yep.
My notes actually have like science gripe just like under like crossed out, and I just put love the traps.
Yes, exactly right. So then he gets to the golden idol. I love the way he rubs his fingers together before picking up the idol, like he's like trying to gauge how much does this thing weigh. Want to get my hands on it.
Alfred Molina in the background's doing the same thing too. He's
yes,
doing that.
yes. That's great. It's great movie making. So then he eyeballs the weight and then adjusts the sandbag a little bit. And this is where I have a bit of an issue. He swaps the bag for the statue, and at first it seems okay, but then it was too heavy. They should have just made it too light. That should have been the issue, because the density of gold, it looks like a gold statue, right? It's like 12 times that of loose sand.
Oh my God,
like
right?
The bag is like roughly the same size. Like there's no way that this bag was too heavy.
That idol would have been like 60, 70, maybe 80 pounds.
Right.
Easily.
Well, and the way they're handling, so my next note was maybe it's a hollow statue. I don't know. Again, they were handling it like it wasn't 60 pounds. So maybe that is it. But
a lot of ancient metallurgy where they were able to vacuum into a mold and everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, same vacuum that they used to power all the booby traps. The compressor is just a vacuum in reverse. So
exactly. You're right.
Anyways, he eyeballed it wrong. The place starts to crumble, and they run past all the traps and obstacles. The branch breaks that they have the whip hung on to swing across. The branch breaks when Satipo swings across the gap, and you get the line where he's like, "Throw me the idol, I throw you the whip." But he does not throw Indy the whip. And then Indy has to run and jump. I love it when he jumps. He gets his arms on there, and he's like scrambling to get up. He grabs a hold of the root, and he's happy for like just the look of relief. He's like, and then the root lets out a little bit. That's great. I love that little touch. That kind of thing Harrison Ford is great at, and he does that in A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. And this is kind of like the pinnacle time period for Harrison Ford for me. But don't worry, Satipo gets what he deserves. He forgot about the Spikes booby trap. Indy gets chased by the giant boulder, narrowly escapes, only to have Bellic take the idol from him with the help of the local Habitos.
You ever seen UHF's rendition of this?
Yes, it's so good. It's so good.
Just having Weird Al. Didn't he get flattened by the big boulder?
I think so. I need to rewatch that.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that. It's so good. Like that was from my recollection, it was a really big budget like spoof on that. And it was done so well.
So well.
So where was that? Indy makes a run for it while Bellic is being a typical bad guy, celebrating his win. The Havitos chase him through the jungle. I always thought, what did you think he was yelling? And no cheating if you also watched with the captions on. But what did you think he was yelling at the guy in the plane? Because he's got his buddies in the plane in the river ready to take off, right?
Sure, I think he was just start the engine, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yes, that's right. What name do you think he was yelling?
Oh, I don't remember.
Chuck?
Because I always thought he was saying Doc, like he was like that was a nickname, Doc. But I saw on the subtitles it was like Jock, like a football player. Not even like Jock, like
spelled
the French name.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That really struck me as weird. But anyway, so he yells for this guy to start the engines. He makes his getaway, and it's a great escape, capping off a phenomenal opening. And then the next scene is Indy doing his day job, archaeology professor. He's clearly a favorite amongst the female students. I can understand why. I don't think I really ever caught that the class is almost all women. There's one guy who walks out at the end. He seems really annoyed. He like puts the apple down on the desk. he's not getting the attention he needs.
You didn't have any students when you were a TA like write you love notes on their eyelids?
Oh, I have a really cringy story, actually. Go ahead, Brian. If you
I was going to say, to that
back.
point, how difficult is it to write "love you" on your eyelids if you don't have a friend, right?
Right.
Because
yeah,
one at a time.
Right.
Yeah. That was probably like the third or fourth attempt. I read actually today, for whatever reason, I was looking at something and I read that was improvised. Like Harrison Ford didn't know that was going to be there.
Oh, really?
Which he has a pretty good reaction to that. So, but yeah, no, at one time, man, I'm not going to say any names because I feel bad, but one woman in my class, she was like, I want to say girl. I mean, she was college, she's under like a freshman in college, right? Basically a girl. I was significantly older. I was in grad school, but I don't know. She was just a friendly student. I didn't think anything of it. And one day she's like, I need to talk to you out in the hallway for a minute. I was like, okay, sure. I was like, let me just get class going, and then And so I go out in the hallway, and there's two people waiting in the hallway. She's like, this is my parents. She's like, this is Zach. This is who I told you about. I'm like, I don't know what she told you. I was like, it's very nice to meet you. Your daughter's very smart. I got to go back and teach class now. What? I don't know. That was weird. That was really, really bizarre. Anyways.
Like, have a sack thrown over your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like dragged out of there.
So, anyways, there's I already talked about the one dude in class who's upset. Indy's old buddy Marcus shows up. He's a museum curator. This seems a little bit like The Mummy lifted this part too, but or it's an homage, I guess, maybe. Indy was telling him about the idol. He's like, I had it in my hand. They go to talk to some other dudes about some confidential, top secret stuff. There's some German archaeologist dig happening in Cairo. And this, I think we already said, it's 1936. It's pre-World War II, but Germany was under, I think, full-blown Nazi rule. So still not good.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys have intercepted a communication. The Germans have found Tanis, which is where the Ark of the Covenant allegedly is, if you believe in that kind of thing. Well, I guess, according to George, the Ark is real. They talk about Professor Ravenwood. He was Indy's teacher or something. He found a lot of stuff related to Tanis, but nobody knows where he is. And then they talk about the Staff of Ra. All this is stuff that's going to come up later. I feel like they probably could have skipped the Staff of Ra part because they show everything that they talk about happening later.
Right.
But it's fine.
But it's Porkins.
What's that?
It's Porkins telling him.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's top men. Yeah, that's Porkins from Star Wars.
There's a lot of Star Wars tie-ins here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually the where they shot I think it's the part where they're near the end where they're walking to open up the Ark. That part is I say it's in Tunisia or something, and it's where they did the canyon run in Star Wars.
Okay, interesting.
It's actually, if you look on a map, if you look on the right map anyway, it's called Star Wars Canyon. Which is weird that they named the movie after that canyon. So they talk about the Ark. They posit that it could be used as a weapon, so they don't want the Nazis to get it. It contains the power of God. All that's fine. I think it's the slowest part of the movie for me, but it's fine. It doesn't overstay its welcome. And so Indy's got the job. They need him to go get the Ark before the Nazis do. So he's off to Nepal to get something. It's not clear yet. We get our first map transition. I love the map transitions.
Love them.
Critical part of the movie. I only noticed 2. Is there only 2 map transitions in this?
Yeah, going to Nepal and then going to Cairo.
Yeah. Well, they do in the other movies too, I think. So
a lot of them.
I've seen more. Yeah.
Yep.
Then we cut to some bar in Nepal owned by Marion Ravenwood. It's near closing time, and she's out drinking some dude. And the other patrons are betting on it. She is pretty much totally fine, establishing that she can hold her liquor, and that she's a pretty tough character all around. I like that scene. It's good. It's good character development.
There's only one problem.
Okay.
If she's that drunk that she's struggling to pick up that last one, everything else that happens after that, alcohol would start hitting her liver more, right? Would she get progressively more drunk?
I thought she was faking.
Oh, okay. I didn't pick that up.
So people would bet more money.
Oh, good call. Good call. So apparently she can handle like 30 shots of liquor and she's fine.
Yeah, apparently. Hey, if you're alcoholic enough, anybody can dream, you know? You just got to work your way up to it. There was a time in college. I'm not proud of this. I am proud of this. There was a time in college. I was out and I was on my 8th beer, and I was like, I am not even buzzed. This is a problem. It's a problem for my wallet more than anything. Like, I don't even drink anymore now. So, anyways, Indy shows up after the place clears out. He wants the headpiece to the staff of Ra. She's understandably pissed at him. I guess they had a thing a while back, and he just left her. She's got a line, "I was a child," which
I was actually going to ask about that. I'm like, how
Yeah.
old was Indy when he hooked up with her?
I don't think they really establish what the age difference is, and I don't really want to find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it is something that Spielberg and Lucas have revealed, but
Okay.
I didn't
they
want to
did?
find it out either.
Okay,
So-
I was to say, if you want to go ahead and say it, but if you don't
Nope,
know,
I
then
don't.
I'm good with not knowing. That's something I don't really want to have to wrestle with. Abner was her dad, Professor Ravenwood. He's dead. And Indy's kind of shitty to her here. He's like, it's a worthless bronze medallion, which is completely dishonest. And she should have been like, if it's so worthless, why do you want it? But I mean, I'm sure that she had that thought because she basically is like, well, come back tomorrow and get it, right?
I thought you were going to say the part where he says, I can only say I'm sorry so many times.
Yeah, not one more time. She tells him to come back tomorrow. He leaves, and then she has it on her person. She just wears it like a big Flavor Flav style necklace underneath the clothes. Except for right now, she decides that she's going to put it on a table because it's important to the movie. And then she goes about cleaning up the area. And then Tot shows up. He wants the headpiece as well. They had followed Indy to the bar. She plays coy. Hopefully he's not going to spot it on the table. I don't even know if he knows what he's looking for. And then I think he's going to burn her eye out with a hot poker. And like, she's got a line like, okay, I'll tell you everything. And he's like,
I can be reasonable.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But he's like, I know you will. And then, he's going to burn her eye out with the red hot poker. And then Indy whips it out of his hand. He came back for her. And we get a really good action scene here with lots of gunfire and fire. There's a lot of great memorable moments for me. Someone shoots through the whiskey barrel and then Marion drinks out of it. Yeah, that's great. There's the line when, Indy's kind of wrestling with one guy for a gun, and Tot tells one of the other guys to shoot them both.
Yep.
These are just hired goons. They're like
Right.
local Nepal guys. And the guy gives him a look. He's like, huh?
Actually, I think that's the introduction, though, of Pat Roach. Pat Roach.
Yes. Is that Pat Roach there?
I think so. I've heard that he has had 4 characters. I believe he died twice in Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm sure we'll get to the other one.
Oh, yes, we will.
But he also has a horrific death in Temple of Doom because he's the head guard there, and he gets the
right.
And then I guess he's in The Last Crusade, and it's like one frame, if you will. But apparently his scenes got cut.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, but he was also in another Lucasfilm. He was in Willow as well as the general. I think General Kale or something like that, which is a terrible name. but
General Ruffage. I didn't realize that was him in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I definitely have something on him later. He was a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know wrestling, but I know that much.
Was he I was marveling at the names of the guys in the room, and one of them was named Ratty Nepalese, and the other one was named Mean Mongolian. Was that
Ratty
was
Nepalese
that who that was?
racist.
I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I don't know if he was Nepalese or Mongolian. I'm not sure.
I'm looking this up. That's hilarious.
Todd grabs the medallion but he hadn't seen that it had been heated up by the fire. Runs out into the snow and places his hand in the snow. And then, kind of near the end, some dude has the drop on Indy, and you hear the gunshot, and he reacts like he was expecting to get shot, but then Marion had shot that guy in the back. So I love all that. That's great stuff.
He is listed as Giant Sherpa in that one.
That's fair. That's descriptive.
Did you see the Ratty Nepalese?
No, that's so funny though. That is hilarious.
In the end, Indy and Marion get away with the medallion because Tot's putting his whittle burned hand in the snow. Next stop, Cairo. We get the second map transition here. It's still awesome. They meet up with Salah. I think they stay at his place with his wife and his many kids.
Mhm.
Salah is the best digger in Cairo, so the Germans have him working for them. And it turns out that Belloc is there too, according to Salah.
Beloche.
What's that?
Beloche.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand. Why does he call him?
I don't either.
I should have looked into that. They bum around Cairo a bit. They buy some dates, and this pet monkey informs on them. The monkey thing is a bit of a stretch for me.
I agree.
So now some goons attack them. I love Indy's punch. It's completely impractical, and anyone would see it coming a mile away. But it's just the best wind up, and they have like the Foley artists really went all out with that one. It's the fakest punch noise. But I love it. It's so good. Every punch should sound like that.
That's his haymaker, right? The one that's he just winds back.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. It's a good one. There's some fighting and some chasing. Marion gets nabbed. She does take out one dude with a frying pan first. I think that was important. They don't want it to look like she's the damsel in distress, right? She fights back. But then that damn monkey rats her out again. And Indy has to shoot the guy with the sword. That's the best part.
Yeah.
It's just like he comes out of the crowd and there's a guy does this big show whipping the big sword around. He just pulls out his gun and shoots him. You know the story behind that, right?
I think he was super sick and didn't want to fight, so he just suggested to Spielberg, "Hey, I could just shoot him."
Everybody on set that day who wasn't from that area had food. Everybody except Spielberg had food poisoning because they were eating the local food and drinking the local water, and Spielberg was eating out of cans that he brought with him, canned food. So yeah, he was. They kept trying to make the scene work. It didn't work, and then Harrison Ford had that alternate take idea. I love that. It's like it's so funny.
I think it's the funniest part of the entire film.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's not where the bring a knife to a gunfight saying started from, is it?
I think that started a long time ago. But
it's a long time. Okay.
But yeah, basically, yeah, that guy brought a sword to a gunfight. At the end of all that, it looks like Marion got blown up in the back of a truck full of munitions, but it was a bait and switch. I don't really know what the in-movie purpose of that was. Like, well, I'm not sure what the bad guy's motivation was, like what they wanted to get out of that, or how practical it was to pull that plan off. But the plot must go on. We'll see her in a bit. Indy needs to be bummed out or something for the time being. And then the fucking monkey has the nerve to try to be Indy's buddy right after that. I mean, I guess Indy doesn't know that he got ratted out by the monkey, but I was like, man. So, but the monkey gets what's coming to him. Now Belloc finds Indy and they chat for a bit. I really like this shot here where they're at the bar or whatever it is. Indy's in the foreground, out of focus, and Belloc's in the back. And that whole dialogue is with that one shot. There's not a lot that happens here, just more stuff about the Ark.
Jones, do you realize what the Ark is? It's a transmitter. It's a radio for speaking to God. And it's within my reach.
You want to talk to God? Let's go see him together. I've got nothing better to do.
Uncle Indy, come back home now!
Which is a good line.
Great line.
Everyone pulls guns, but then Salah's kids run in and save him, which is quite the gamble by Salah. Sending his kids in there. I guess it paid off.
That's like the opposite that I would do with my kids.
Exactly, right?
Sorry, Zach. I love you, man, but
hey, man,
my kids aren't going to save you.
I'd be mad at you if you sent them in. But right after that, so Indy comes out with the kids, and Salah's basically like, I know Marion's dead, but life goes on. Immediately. It's been It's been like 15 minutes, Let this man mourn. Then Eye Patch Guy, who's been working with the monkey, poisons some dates, and Indy's like almost eating one of those dates the entire time that he and Salah are talking about going to find the Well of Souls. They take the what's it called? The thing for the Staff of Ra, the headpiece, to some old guy who translates it and says that it's a warning not to disturb the Ark of the Covenant, hint, hint, which is weird to be written on the thing that helps you find the Ark of the Covenant. But here's how to find it, but don't find it. At one point, a spooky gust of wind blows through, which is another thing that the Mummy lifted, I think, here. Though it did make for a funny joke in the Mummy. That's where Brendan Fraser's like, yeah, that happens a lot around here. The TLDR here is that Belloc has been digging in the wrong place. And then Sala saves Indy from the bad dates. And the traitorous monkey is dead because it's been eating him.
Have you ever eaten a date since then and not said bad dates?
No, never, not once. I don't usually eat dates, but yes, you have to, right?
Exactly.
Do you know that there's a show called Bad Dates where they talk about like literal bad dates, like bad dating experiences?
Sure.
And people write in, and I'm so tempted to write in and try to like just make up this story about like the one time that I was in Cairo and blah, blah, blah. And like ended with, and then my friend caught it and saw the dead monkey and said, bad dates.
That sounds like an MTV show.
Right.
I don't know if that would make it past the whoever is in charge of reading the email. Probably not worth my effort. So we cut to the Tanis Digs where Belloc is like, hey, come on, guys, to the Nazis, a group famously well known for their patience and tolerance. He hasn't found the Ark yet because, as we just found out, he's digging in the wrong spot. He's like, archaeology is not an exact science. Sala sneaks Indy into the map room, real casual like, and finds the true location of the Well of Souls. There's no way that this would work.
Nope.
But I don't know. I love this scene anyway. It's so great. He goes in, and also something else that wouldn't work is when he blows the sand out of the hole that's like, I don't know, 6 inches deep. There's no way that would work. But he finds the right hole somehow to stick the Staff of Ra in, puts the medallion up. The sun comes through, and it points to where the Well of Souls is supposed to be. I love it. It's so cool.
I looked it up from a science checked point here to see has the rotation of the Earth, like in comparison to where the sun is, how much has it changed over 3,000 years?
Oh, that's
It's
interesting.
negligible. I was happy to see that, so it would still technically work.
I hadn't even got that far with it. I was just like, well, I mean, it's going to focus somewhere throughout, like, until it's in, like, till it hits the right spot. I don't know. It was good enough for me. I thought it was cool. This is the thing about my science gripes is like, if the movie is good enough, I can just roll with it. If they'll like make a point to like explain how dumb the science is, then I've got a complaint.
Right.
No such problems here, though.
So the whole point was that the medallion was the reason the Nazis didn't have the medallion, right? And that's why
They had like a fake. I forget if it was that they had a fake medallion or they had the wrong staff, but it was
wrong
one of those
size.
things.
Wrong
Size staff.
Because on the other side of the
wrong
medallion,
size
it says, take away this many for the Hebrew god. Whose ark
Okay.
this is.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah. And actually, that makes sense because a piece of wood isn't going to last 3,000 years either. No. So
I do find it funny that his way of making sure that you didn't know how long it was he snaps the, the stick in half. Like, oh, okay, well, can't figure out how long it is now, you know?
It'll never work. This is also where I realized just how good John Williams' score is. Too.
Yes.
Man, that just, it really sells the magic of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So Indy's got the location now. Then he's sneaking around trying to get to the location and stumbles upon Marion, which I think that's kind of a lame trick to pull. That like to try to fool the audience into thinking Marion's dead because you didn't know that she was fine until this part. And I don't know. It doesn't bother me because I've watched this movie for so long. But if this was the first time I watched it, I might have been bothered by that. So he's like, "Oh, they must have switched baskets.
How convenient."
Again, I don't know what the purpose of that was. I guess to bum Indy out so much that he would give up or something, or to motivate him to find the Ark so the Nazis can steal it.
But he was over it pretty fast, right?
Yeah, because Sala told him to move on.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Good point, Sala. I'm moving on." So he decides to leave her tied up so as not to draw suspicion. She does not like that plan, but it was a smart move on Indy's part because the Nazis want to question her about the whole thing, and they've brought in their boy Tot, who has a nice burn scar on the palm of his hand now. I like that reveal. But first, Belloc tries to reason with Marion. He brings her some food, a dress, and most importantly, some booze. And this was something else I think was kind of improvised day of. I forget what was supposed to happen, but the what's her name? What's the actress?
Karen Allen.
Allen?
Yes, Karen Allen. I think it was her idea to get drunk with him, to get him drunk. And maybe they shot out of order or something, but I was like, wasn't that the purpose of establishing that she can drink a lot in the bar scene before? But anyways, she's super smooth. She's like, we don't need a chaperone. And this dipshit immediately sends the guard out. And she's just so great here. She gets him laughing drunk, pulls a knife on him, and almost gets away. But then Tot shows up, and I think it's a nice little misdirect when he brings out the thing. You don't know what it is. It looks kind of like nunchucks. And it's just a coat hanger. Takes good care of his clothes.
Most badass coat
He
hanger.
just carries it around in his jacket.
I want
right?
one.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he's such a gross creep. Back at the Well of Souls, or where it's supposed to be, Sala gets his guys to do an evening dig. They brave some green screen storms and lightning.
It's really bad. Yeah.
It's pretty bad. They get the Well of Souls open. I love Indy in Sala's rapport.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Asps. Very dangerous. You go first.
You go
You
first.
That's great. They both go down eventually. They both go into the Well of Souls eventually, freezing. They find the Ark of the Covenant, and Sala's guys lift it out. Then Sala climbs out while Indy holds off the snakes.
Was that gas that they just sprayed over to make that
Yeah.
path, and then
Yeah.
they just set the
Yeah, they were setting snakes on fire. I didn't like that. That's why I was skipping it.
and then the other snakes just didn't move in after they.
Well, maybe they're smart snakes, and they're like, I don't want to get burned up.
Or like all that air that hasn't been exposed to anything on the outside. Who knows what's inside that cavern? And like, yeah, you know what? Let's just put some gasoline and some fire in there.
In
Excellent.
an enclosed space.
Exactly.
Limited amount of
That's never
oxygen.
happened.
Right?
It's never been a bad thing.
So the Sala's guys get the Ark out, and Sala climbs out, and then just when Indy's about to climb out, Belloc and Tot show up, and Belloc is such a prick.
Hello! Why, Dr. Jones, whatever are you doing in such a nasty place?
Why don't you come on down here? I'll show you.
Thank you, my friend, but I think we are all very comfortable up here.
He's got some good quips. Tot throws Marion in and seals up the place. Belloc's like, oh, I liked her. But no worries. Indy knocks over the giant statue that punches a hole in the wall, and then they cruise on out of there. It does bother me a bit with all the screaming skeletons. Like,
Yeah, I never understood the purpose of that.
I just kind of chalk it up to Marion, like it's in Marion's head or whatever. But to me, that kind of takes away from her character a bit. Like, oh, she's a hysterical woman, right? And she's clearly not. She's been very tough throughout the whole movie. Anyways, that's kind of a minor gripe. It doesn't last long. So they get out. The movie's been great up to this point, but it really kicks in now, and it doesn't let up much. There's the fight with the huge bald Nazi guy. That's Pat Roach.
Pat
right?
Roach, yep.
In front of the flying wing plane. It starts with Indy fighting some mechanics, and then Pat Roach comes out of his hut or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, this is what I was looking for today. I was looking for a fight.
Getting his workout on.
Yeah. So let's see. And he goes over there, and Indy's like still up on the wing of the plane. And I love how he's like, give me a second. And
Can't you see I'm busy, man?
yeah, he takes a hell of a punch and knocks him on his ass. So yeah, Indy's fighting him for a while he's getting pummeled. Marion knocks out the pilot who is trying to shoot at Indy. That guy lands on the controls. The plane starts spinning in a slow circle. This all goes somewhere.
Was that whole thing like a Universal Studios ride at one point? Or not ride, like a Universal
I don't know,
Studios
maybe.
like show?
I could see it.
I feel like
it could have been.
I feel like I saw it at one point when I was a kid. That
It
whole
should be.
wing plane
Yeah.
fight thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. This is maybe my favorite part of the movie. Marion continues being badass, gunning down people with, I don't know what kind of automatic weapon that was mounted in the plane, but she's shooting at the bad guys. We're setting up a Rube Goldberg machine here. A gas tanker starts spilling gas. Another vehicle blows up. The gas is spilling over towards the plane and about to catch fire from the other vehicle. And Indy's still fighting this big guy. And the sound design here, chef's kiss. It is the best sound. Indy's punching him right in the face. Is making the cool punching noises, right, over and over and over. It doesn't even phase the guy. And then Indy gets knocked on his ass. And it makes you laugh with glee every time when this guy realizes that the propeller's right behind him. He turns around and yells, and the yell gets chopped up.
Yep.
You don't need to even see what happens. You can hear what's happening. It is amazing.
Little spray afterwards.
Yeah, a little bit of spray on the plane. Yeah, it's so good. That like the sound design on that sells it. It is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Never get tired of that. I think it's one of my favorite things in all of cinema, really. So fortunately, Indy gets Marion out of the cockpit. They run off just as everything blows up in spectacular fashion. And so now the Nazis have to truck the Ark out of Cairo. They can't fly it out anymore. And thus starts my other favorite part of the movie. This chase scene is the best. It's a whole convoy of Nazi trucks and cars. Indy tells Sallah and Marion to get to Cairo and secure the transport to England. He's going after the truck.
Meet me at Omar's. Be ready for me. I'm going after that truck.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
I never caught it before, though, that he says, I'll meet you at Omar's. That was the first time I ever, like, that registered.
Yeah.
And then he does meet them at Omar's later.
Omar's the ship guy?
No, Omar's is just his garage. I don't think we ever meet Omar, but, like, we're at the end of this chase, he drives the Ark into a place and it says Omar's garage, and then they close it up and make it look like a
the marketplace
like a fruit stand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But first he chases down the caravan on horseback. You have to see this. It's 7 minutes. It starts at an hour 23. If you haven't seen it before, if you don't want to watch the whole movie, you have to at least watch this. It's the best. I'm just gonna hit the highlights because I can't describe every single beat of it. But Indy, at one point, he's throwing Nazis out of a truck while he's fighting them and driving it, right? And then he gets thrown out of the truck through the windshield. He's hanging on to the front of it. He falls off, hangs on underneath with the whip. He's like almost surfing behind it, gets back on the truck, kicks the guy out. That guy gets hilariously run over.
It's like, it's your turn to try to save yourself. And
it's so great. Yeah. And then he's running everybody off the road. And then eventually he just gets away with the Ark in the back of that truck. They drive into Omar's garage, set up the marketplace. So that Bellick and the other Nazis don't know where he went. Although I do feel like it's weird that they just kind of gave up.
You're right.
But, yeah. I don't know. Maybe they hung out and tailed him. I don't know. I also feel like that chase scene was something that they failed miserably at trying to reproduce in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, when they were going through the jungle, you mean?
Yeah, and Mutt is swinging on the vines.
Yep.
After I said that we don't talk about that movie, I brought it up again. Sorry.
You must really like it.
It's my, I don't know, 5th favorite Indiana Jones movie. I don't know. I hate that movie.
It's like how I feel about Alien Resurrection.
Do you really hate that movie? You just said that you hated it. I don't expect people to like that movie. I only like it because of the director. So I've never seen Casablanca, but for some reason, this next scene reminds me of it. Like the end scene that everybody has seen, right? I don't know I couldn't find anything if this was based on that or not, but they're loading the truck up onto this boat. They're loading the Ark up onto this boat. Indy and Marion get the captain's quarters, and then we get the scene where she's tending to his wounds. I really like that scene. It's it starts with the mirror where she's like, oh, this mirror's filthy, and she like flips it over and hits him in the chin. It's a
big
great
scream,
yell. Yes, great yell from outside the ship, right?
Yeah.
That's a good gag.
And then she goes, what's wrong, or something like that.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
But then she's getting him cleaned up, and he's got the line, it's not the years, it's the mileage. And she's like, where doesn't it hurt? Because he's complaining every time she tries to tend to him. And he's like, here, and points to his elbow, like, here. And then he like points to his lips. He's like, here. I love that. It's great. It's so corny, but I love it. And then he passes out because he's so tired, which is the perfect amount of romance for a 9-year-old to have to sit through in a movie, right? Like, nothing really happens. He kisses her one time, and then we just move on. Then we see the Ark making some weird noises, and it burns the swastika on the crate that it sits in. I don't know that we needed that because we see in the next scene when they lift it out that it's been burned, but it's so short. I don't really mind. It's the mystery of how it happened, could have just been implied, but whatever. I mean, it's still not, I guess it's the power of God. God really hates a Nazi. So then a Nazi sub pulls up and the boat gets boarded. Indy bravely hides, but Marion gets caught, which makes Belloc happy. Then Indy actually is brave and he sneaks aboard the sub. That scene, that freaks me out. Like, I'm pretty sure it is Harrison Ford swimming. He doesn't swim the whole way. They show him like swimming up to the sub and then he climbs up onto the sub in the middle of, I don't know, it's probably a bay somewhere, but that looks like real open water. I don't know. That makes me uncomfortable.
How does he get on the sub?
That doesn't matter. I assume he was able to, like, that there's an exterior wheel hatch or something. You got to be able to open a sub from the outside, right? Because
there's famously one entrance to the sub.
Right, but famously, nobody monitors it because who's going to come in?
Right.
But yeah, they kind of skip ahead. He's inside. He snuck in through a window that somebody left open. But it does lead to some comic relief when Indy knocks out a Nazi and takes his clothes, but they're a bit of an ill fit, which is what would happen in real life, right? There's no way. So I like that little detail. And then another Nazi hassles him about looking like shit, basically takes that guy out. And I like when he punches the guy and then catches the hat. That's great. Presumably that guy's clothes fit better. And then Belloc's talking to some Nazi dude and he's like, I'm uncomfortable with this Jewish ritual. And Belloc says that they got to do it because if you take the Ark to Berlin and it's not the real Ark, that's not going to be a good look, right? I think that he wants the power for himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, at least that's what I've always assumed too. I mean,
well, I just assume that you are correct, sir.
I like that.
I figured you would. And, so let's see. So that sets us up for the final scene. The Ark is brought to some remote Nazi island base location. By the way, I was curious because they showed the exterior shot of the island. It's West Marin Island, just north of San Francisco in San Rafael Bay. So a little bit east of San Rafael. I would like to go see that someday.
When you're up here, let's go check it out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Not too far from you. Bad fake receding hairline for Taut here. They're like walking over and it's very hot. He takes his hat off and wipes the sweat from his brow, and you can clearly see that it's been shaved into middle pattern baldness. Probably in theaters back in the day you didn't notice, but in the HD digital world, it shows. At one point, Jones threatens to blow up the Ark on the way. He's got a rocket launcher. Belloc calls his bluff. Did you see the fly almost crawl into Belloc's mouth? Oh, okay.
No.
I've noticed it. I've only noticed it the last few times I've watched. I was like, wait, what's going on? It's like a fly lands on his face near his mouth. And I thought maybe it was like during the transfer, like, because like maybe that something happened. So I looked into it, but no, that happened. Like a fly really landed on his face. He didn't break character. And apparently there's a part where the fly flies away, but they edited that part out to make it look like he ate it. Which I don't know why. Like, just let the fly away. I mean, he could have just been in the moment. Like, this guy's going to blow up this thing that he's been looking for, right? So, I don't know. Yeah, go back and check that out. There's definitely a fly in his face. Anyways, Indy and Marion are tied up while Belloc and the Nazis carry out the ritual, which is fortunately brief. I feel like if they were to make this movie today, there would have been like a 10-minute ritual where, I don't even know what would happen. Belloc does some incantation. They open the Ark, and it does not go well for Belloc and the Nazis. At first, it seems like it's just full of sand, and then a bunch of holy ghosts pop out. Indy heeds the warning that was on the headpiece.
Marion, don't look at it. Shut your eyes, Marion. Don't look at it, no matter what happens.
I love that delivery, too. That line always sticks out.
Yep.
And everybody else gets got. I think Belloc sees, like, it's at first like an angel, and he's like, it's beautiful. And then it turns into this screaming skull. Taut has another great scream, and then his head melts. That's a great practical effect.
Oh my God. So good.
Yeah. If you don't know, they just built a face out of wax, a
Yep.
head out of wax, and they melted it and sped that up. It holds up though. Like, it's an effective practical effect. Everyone else pretty much gets blown up in chunky fashion, and then the explosions eventually recede back into the Ark, and then the lid lands on top. I am still latently religious enough that that whole scene freaks me out a little bit.
Latently religious enough. I like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like when you've been brought up in the church,
sure,
you can't shake it entirely, man. It's it's difficult.
Like enough to make you want to go back to church.
No. Enough to be like, I don't know. I think I would keep my eyes shut. Like, I think I would be like, yeah, that would freak me out. There's no way. But I'm very curious.
But at least now you know, if you're in that situation, having your eyes shut is the best way to eliminate that whole problem with, was it being lasered or melted or blown up?
Yeah, or all of the above.
Yep.
Yeah. And knowing is half the battle. So, and the other half is keeping your eyes shut.
Right. Eyelids. Who knew?
Who would have thought? So Indian and Miriam are okay because they didn't look. And that's pretty much it. The Ark is now somewhere safe with top men working on it right now. And then you see it gets thrown away in a huge top secret army storage facility. And that's the end. They never made a sequel and they never should. I actually do like The Last Crusade. The Last Crusade is fine. And I suspect if I rewatched, what's Donnie's favorite? The second one.
Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom. I think I'd probably be okay with it. It's mostly Kate Capshaw ruins that movie.
Right. I agree. Oh, 100%. Oh my God.
She's the opposite of Marion.
Exactly.
Which one's the one where somebody's getting lowered into like a volcano? I remember seeing
that's
that.
That's Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom.
Yeah. I think Doug Benson, who does like I Love Movies.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time back when what's the fourth one with Mutt? Crystal Skull. God damn it, I brought it up again. Back when that one came out. There was some discussion on a show about like how Temple of Doom was bad. He's like, anybody who says Temple of Doom is bad hasn't seen the fourth movie.
Is Sean Connery in that one, or which one is he?
Yeah, that's the Last Crusade. That one's decent. I like that one. And that one's again like a religious thing, whereas the Temple of Doom is voodoo magic. I don't know.
I mean, it could be a religious thing depending on where you are in the world, right?
Right.
That's fair. Different religion. So, correction. Last Crusade is another Christian thing.
There we go.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point.
And
here to learn.
Temple of Doom for me as a kid watching that, it freaked me out because of the bugs, because of the monkey brains, because of the heart thing. That all it felt like it was a horror movie, but it wasn't, right? And so I've always avoided that one until I became an adult because I just didn't want to relive those memories. Because I think I had nightmares about the whole heart thing.
It is a freaky scene. I mean, I wonder in my mind, it's pretty graphic. I wonder if it like how not graphic it actually is, but like he just reaches into that dude's chest and I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things like the end of Seven where people are like, I saw Gwyneth Paltrow's head in the box, and like, no, they never actually show that.
Right.
Right. But anyways, back to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Have either of you heard the Indy didn't actually do anything theory? And do you subscribe to it? Like, we're like, if he had not been,
Is it this movie that applies to?
That's what I've heard. So people are like, if he hadn't interfered, then nothing would have happened. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I think the Nazis would have found it eventually. Maybe not Bellic, but like I think they were determined. I think they would have found it eventually. And it wouldn't have ended up in top secret storage. So I don't know. I don't subscribe to that. That always bothered me when I've never been in real life, been in a conversation where somebody said that, but I've only ever heard it on like podcasts and stuff. And I've never felt so strongly about it that I had to write an email. Anyways, that takes us to changes we'd like to have seen. I want to say no notes, but I do have two. One, Saleh really should just be a white guy living in Egypt or played by an Egyptian actor. I do like, is his name John Rhys Davies?
Yep.
I do like him in the role. So I wish that they just made him white. Like, you can live wherever you want in the world. It would have worked, right?
Right.
And I think maybe get rid of the screaming skeletons because I feel like it makes Marianne look a little hysterical. Those are my woke changes.
Yeah, like 99% of the film is great. I think some of the gripes for me just are the scientific stuff, but it's one of those things that if you can suspend your disbelief, it's fun. Everything about it is fun. The whole pneumatic darts thing, I can get over that. I really can.
Yep.
You know, watching it now, it makes me smile a little bit. You know, like all right.
Well,
It's a little
they don't dwell on it. There's no point where Indy's like, oh, they must have had some kind of, which they kind of do that in Crystal Skull. To bring it up again, I think they do. Well, I guess they chalk it up to aliens or whatever.
Sure,
but yeah.
I mean, outside of that, I don't know if I would change it. It's just the only thing that I pause while watching.
Yeah.
You know, everything else enthralled pretty much the entire time. I think to your point, except for some of the exposition that's done with Porkins in that scene, and that's about it.
George,
what year was this made? Was this also in the 80s? Yeah, it was in the
81.
Maybe 85. At least in 86.
Yeah.
Is that right? Or did you say 81?
I thought it was like 81, 82.
Wait a minute, and let's see. You might be right. I have it up top. 81. You're right. So it's probably made in 80.
Yeah. So I feel like this movie for me is protected by the I love the 80s movies plot armor, where you don't think too much about all the scientific inaccuracies, like how fast, how many miles per hour you need to hit before going into the future, and playing video games to recruit a starfighter. So watching this just made me, I thought it was just pure fun. Mostly probably because this was my first time watching it, and maybe after the third or fourth time watching it, I'll have like gripes. But even then, I feel like
keep them to yourself.
It would be pretty small. And, yeah. I know they'd be pretty small, and it's not like something like Quantum Mania, which was made just a few years ago, which has the benefit of all these special effects, but it's still just such a shitty movie.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't think that I would really change too much, because I actually enjoy movies from that more innocent time period and stuff, right? Where you're not necessarily counting the bodies, every body that Indiana Jones killed, because you're just like, that's just how it was done.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it being the 80s, definitely seeing it as a child helps me roll past any roadblock I have. So
yeah.
So that takes us to rating. This is easily a top 10 movie for me, maybe top 5 even. And for me, it's definitely S tier. I would give Raiders of the Lost Ark 9.8 out of 10 snakes. I can't give it a 10 because of the casual racism, but other than that, solid movie. Everybody should watch it. Ryan, you want to go next?
You said that, and Alfred Molina saying "Senor" after every sentence pops into my.
I'm gonna look into Alfred Molina's heritage. If he's like even like an 8th Spanish, I'm gonna give him a pass. Once again, half Spanish.
I mean, yeah, I would echo the same sentiment. I mean, my thought originally was like a 9.5, but only minor blemishes for me for this one. Super fun. I only slightly put it behind Last Crusade. I think it's just from a nostalgia standpoint, honestly.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. What would you, if you had to give it a tier?
Oh, S, 100%.
S tier?
Okay.
Okay.
S tier.
Cool.
Yeah.
S tier 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, George?
I'll give it an 8.5.
You son of a bitch.
I still really like it. Yeah.
S tier 8.5?
I think S tier for me would be like the Star Wars, the Star Wars family. Yeah. At least from what I remember in the 80s. And then for whatever reason, I have The Last Starfighter still in my head. And I've been wanting to watch that, but I'm scared because I know it's not going to hold up. But it still just seems like, in my head, it just seems like such an awesome 80s childhood movie. but I know that it's gonna fail me if I ever watch it. It's like right up there with like Flight of the Navigator or Flight of the Navigator and stuff.
I maybe promise not to pick that, so you don't have to ruin it. What tier would you give it then?
I'll still give it A tier or an
Okay.
A+ tier, but it's still A tier.
So S then. Okay. So, and lastly, do you recommend it? I say yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
okay.
As long as you don't look
Okay.
into the backstory.
All right. So we don't do the Trivial Pursuit Poker for this, but I have prepared a quiz for the two of you
Oh, okay.
that I'm calling the
shit.
Pedantic Quiz. Ryan and I are both really pedantic assholes. So I thought that this would be fun, in quotes. So I think we just call out your name if you know the answer. Does that make sense? And sorry, George, I know you got a bit of a delay happening, but this is really more geared towards Ryan anyway.
It's fine.
And you have not seen the first movie that I'm going to ask a question about, but I think you still might have a chance on answering it. Number 1 in the category of movies and TV. In Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, regarding the Cross of Coronado, does Indy say it belongs in a museum or that belongs in a museum? Oh, yeah, you're raising your hand. Just say your name.
Okay,
your name.
Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead. So what are you doing?
I'm going to go with it.
I am sorry. The answer is both.
Oh, my goodness.
Young Indy says it when him and his buddy see the fedora guy and they get the cross at the beginning. Regular, normal Indy says that in the following scene where Fedora takes it back from him many years later.
Gotcha.
That cross is an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
This is the second time I've had to reclaim my property from you. That belongs in a museum. So do you.
You got me.
All right.
You got me.
Still in the movie. I thought you were going to say that because I'm pretty sure we argued over that in Discord one time. Because I thought it was it, and then you're like, it's that, and I was like, no way, and I looked it up, and that scene on the boat or whatever, it is that. Anyways, also movies and TV. What is the line of dialogue shared between The Empire Strikes Back and Tommy Boy?
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Luke. But he doesn't say Luke though. In the
Okay.
Empire Strikes Back, he just says, "No, I am your father." So technically, it's just "I am your father."
That is correct, sir.
Thank
You read me like a book there. It's like the wrong answer would be Luke, I am your father.
No, I am your father. Luke, I am your father.
In season 4, episode 5 of The Family Guy, how does Peter respond to Lois when she asks him if everything is all right with the meatloaf she prepared for dinner? This is the pedantic quiz.
Did you actually know this? Or
this is something I say all the time.
Oh.
So if you don't know, I'll just tell you.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. He says, well, Lois, since you asked, I find this meatloaf rather shallow and pedantic. I always say shallow and pedantic. I would have accepted shallow and pedantic would have been an acceptable answer, but thought maybe you knew that one.
Nope.
Everything all right, Peter?
Well, Lois, since you asked, I find this meatloaf rather shallow and pedantic.
Well, I'll have to ask Donnie, maybe see if he knows that. What, question 4, this is the last one in movies and TV. What is the name of the 1971 movie in which Charlie Bucket wins a tour of his town's famous confectionery factory?
Ooh, George.
Go ahead,
Charlie and
George.
the Chocolate Factory?
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Ryan, do you have the correct answer?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
That is correct. I only recently realized that.
Really?
How did I not know that all these years? I always thought it was Charlie.
The Roald Dahl book is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yep.
Oh.
And the remake is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
So I forgot. I haven't been keeping score here. Ryan, you got 3 now, right?
Right, I like
And
5.
Okay, good. Thanks for reminding me. All right, moving on to the next topic, the English language. How many commas are in the following sentence? The 4 main food groups are fruits and vegetables, grains, proteins, and dairy.
So do you put
George.
a comma after?
Go ahead, George.
3.
That is correct. I always use the Oxford comma.
There we go.
I always use the Oxford comma. That's my my gripe all the time. Like, put an extra comma in there. Not extra. Put the comma that's needed in there.
Yeah.
This is, I'm giving you a hint for this next one. This is the English language. So, Billy ran for 30 minutes at 5 miles per hour. Jane ran for 15 minutes at 10 miles per hour. Who ran further?
This is math. This is not English.
Wait, say it
When
again.
you hear the Billy ran for 30 minutes at 5 miles per hour. Jane ran for 15 minutes at 10 miles per hour. Who ran further?
I feel like this is now wording because you said this is the English language.
You're catching on?
Mm-hmm. Who ran further? There's something in there.
You're onto something.
This is one of those I wish I had an AI help assistant.
No guesses?
I mean, I could guess, but I can't tell you why. But I'm going to say the less intuitive would be, oh, well, it must be, running at 15 minutes at 10 miles an hour.
The answer is the question should have been who ran farther, not further.
Okay.
You're on it. I'll give you half a point for that. I'll give you half a point. You knew where the mistake was.
I thought it was going to be neither. They ran the same distance.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought you would say.
Yeah.
But this is about the English language, not about math. Question 7. Is irregardless a word?
George, no.
The correct answer is unfortunately yes.
Has it recently been added to the...
I don't know if it was recently, but Merriam-Webster's dictionary entry on irregardless includes the following details. It may be a word you don't like. It has been in use for almost 200 years. And my favorite part, remember that a definition is not an endorsement of a word's use. Okay, This is an easy one. Ryan's going to hate me. This is an easy one. Pronounce the word spelled Polyggonal.
Ryan, polygonal.
I am sorry.
Is it polygonal?
Is it polygonal? Yeah, I was going to say.
It's polygonal. I just got in there because he always says polygonal on his show. And every time I'm like, polygonal. It's polygonal. Anyways, sorry. That was specifically for Ryan.
I had to live up to it.
Last one in the English language. For this next one, it's important that I look over there while I ask the question, how many times does the word the appear in these words I've just spoken?
I was supposed to be paying attention already.
For this next one, it's important that I look over there while I ask the question, how many times does the word the appear in the words I've just spoken? Actually didn't write down the answer. Oh, geez. Now I got to do it.
Could the word the be in
there?
Right. In another word?
I don't know. Any guesses?
My guess would be 0, unless the word the can appear in there. And then it would be 1.
I think it's...
That's incorrect.
2? Is it 2?
For this next one, it's important that I look over there, which contains the word the, while I ask the question, how many times does the word the appear in these words I've just spoken?
So many more. I guess my brain gets stuck on the kidding part. Just drift off. Stop listening to what you're saying.
Now we will move on to the last. Oh no, I have 2 more sections, but there's only 4 more questions. The next one, question 10. I'm calling this section "Riddle Me This." There's 100 cows and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
I've heard this one before.
I heard this one recently on another podcast. What's Bobby, what's his name?
Lee? Bobby Lee?
Yes, Bobby Lee's show.
Bad Friends?
Yep. Bad Friends, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
There's 100 cows and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay.
Say your name.
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
80?
That's correct. There's 100 cows and 28 chickens. 28 as in eating. Very specifically, can't write that one down for somebody.
I remember it was like 6, 7, or 7, 8, 9. That's why 6 is afraid of 7.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Let's see. Identify the mistake in the previous question. There's 100 cows and 28 chickens. It's a grammatical mistake. I'll give you that
it's
hint.
not the biological mistake that cows are herbivores.
No. Identify the grammatical mistake in the previous question. There's 100 cows and 28 chickens.
George?
Go ahead, George.
There are?
That is correct. George is on the board.
I had one more earlier.
Did you? Which one did you have? My mistake.
I forgot. It was another. Oh, the 3 commas.
Yeah. Did you? Yes, you did. You're right. I'm sorry. My bad. All right, you got 2. Ryan's got 4.5. There's another one in Riddle Me This. There's actually a mistake in the previous question as well, and in what I just said. What's the mistake? So I will give you the previous question. Identify the mistake in the previous question. And then this one, there's actually a mistake in the previous question as well, and in what I just said. What's the mistake?
Are they the same mistake?
Sorry, what?
Are they the same mistake?
It's the same mistake.
Is it there again, Ryan? Is it there?
It's not that.
Okay. Didn't know if there was like a fun theme.
I thought Ryan had it with that one original mistake.
The mistakes was that I was referring to statements as questions. I got real pedantic.
Well played, sir.
All right, last one. This is still the same. This is still Riddle Me This. Sorry. This one's a little bit more mathy. Maybe. I'd say just riddly. Approximately how many days at Earth's South Pole in June would one experience during the time it would take for the same person to experience one night at the moon's equator?
4?
Go ahead, George.
1?
That is incorrect. Ryan, do you have a guess?
Is this do I need to understand astronomy, or is this a riddle?
It's a riddle.
Okay.
A riddle meant to look like an astronomy question.
Right, because I'm thinking like in June, that's winter in the South Pole. All right.
Any guesses?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
No, I cannot. No. Approximately how many days at Earth's South Pole in June would one experience during the time it would take for the same person to experience one night at the moon's equator?
I want to say it's like the same amount of time. Like that just doesn't make sense. Day versus night versus experience. That just doesn't sit well with me. Based off of your face, I know I'm wrong. So, what is the correct answer? Yeah,
the correct answer is 0 days. It is eternally night in June at the South Pole. It
was an astronomy question.
No, it wasn't. It was from like mid-May to August. There was 0 sunlight.
Right.
So that's why I specifically said how many days at Earth's South Pole. Because I was originally thinking, because it was kind of interesting. I just thought of it the other day. I was like, well, how many? Like, what is a moon? And it's essentially a month, right? It's like about 29 days. And I was like, there's got to be a question there somewhere, and I couldn't come up with anything that I liked. And I was like, oh, what if I turned it into a riddle instead? It was a total dick about it. So
how pedantic.
Yes, totally. The final score is Ryan with 4.5 and George with 2. Thank you for playing. Before we go, Ryan, would you like to tell people where they can hear more of your pedantic ravings?
Well, of course, Gamers Week podcast. We release episodes every Friday, but we are live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gamers Week podcast, where you can see me be pedantic live and not have any of those cut out that Blue likes to do every time she edits things. But yeah,
that's fun to watch too. I like to show up and I don't know. Sometimes I decide I want to mess with Ryan. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I'm just nice. Actually, most of the time I'm busy and I'm just listening. But I do like to listen to it live when I can. And I'll put a link in the show notes for the podcast and the Twitch.
Much appreciated, sir.
Sure, no problem. That's it for Raiders of the Lost Ark. For the very next episode, we should have a return to the AVPCU series with Predator from June 12th again, but this time 1987 instead of 1981. If you want to contact us, you can email us at absolutelythebestpodcast@gmail.com. Join our Discord. There's a link in the show notes where we also have some links to our socials and a couple ways you could help support the show. Please leave us a review and help us spread the word. Tell your friends, tell an archaeologist, and tell a snake. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Nice.
Absolutely the Best Podcast is a production of Audio Johnny, a subsidy of Corporation Johnny.
Corporation Johnny. If it exists, we own it.
You know who I found out almost got the part of Han Solo was Nick Nolte.
No kidding.
But he lost out to Harrison Ford, and oh man, that would have made it such a better movie.
Well, different.
With that, that gut hanging over his pistol belt, just not really committing to the whole idea of it, just, hell, Chewbacca, go fix the damn hyperdrive. Jesus. Hell, Luke, that's not a space.
Oh, we forgot. We got to do it before we hang up. We forgot to talk about what your next pick is.
It's Superman.
Okay, is it Superman? That was going to be my guess. I was like, it's either Pacific Rim or Superman.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
I was gonna continue if I really wanted to continue on my streak of movies you really hate. It would have been Pacific Rim, but I feel like I've beaten that to death with you.
I genuinely hope that I like and I did not hate it. I just everybody thought it was the greatest fucking thing since I don't know, like it was so overhyped, and I knew it was overhyped already, and I just didn't like it that much. And I hope genuinely that I like it more on a second watch. I'm afraid I'm not going to, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll maybe I'll cut and paste that to a different section. But I'm so mad I forgot. How did I forget that? Anyways, what was your clue for that? What was going to be your clue so I could guess Superman?
Oh,
did you have it?
James Gunn.
Okay, yeah, I would have guessed it. I probably would have just I would have guessed that or Pacific Rim as just a blank guess. Anyway, so let's just sit there. So George and I usually hang out and bullshit about something else. We're going to talk about. Did you finish Peacemaker, by the way, George?
The finale of Peacemaker? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're going to talk about Peacemaker. If you are interested in hanging out, you are welcome to. Otherwise, you do not have to.
Normally, I absolutely would. I've got to bounce because I've got to do some video editing for stuff for work.
Awesome.
So,
I get it. No problem. Can you leave this on for 2 minutes? Leave, but then leave the browser window open for 2 minutes so it finishes uploading.
Sure.
Otherwise, it's going to be it's not done uploading. And then I got an Aggie on Discord.
Okay, so I just hit the leave button and just leave it up?
Yep.
Okay. Well, guys.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Had a blast. Thank you so much for inviting me to this.
Yeah. We'll have to find another movie
around
that you want to cover.
Right. Not Alien,
Alien
Resurrection.
Jinx.
Right?
Cool.
All right,
See you later,
guys.
Ryan. Take
Bye.
care. Bye. All right. So I don't like how this looks now. Let's see if I can fix the layout. By the way, yeah, you're like super pixelated. So far, it hasn't dropped though, so that's good.
Oh,
All right, I'm not gonna mess with the layout. I'll just deal with how it looks. What's that?
I was gonna say, like, you're looking pixelated, but I guess that's just
Yeah,
whatever's going on.
Yeah, Ryan looked fine to me the whole time. So
Okay.
I don't know what's going on at your house.
I don't know.
But so far, it didn't drop, so that's good. Because
Yeah,
last time it was
yeah.
like 5 extra
I was like,
tracks.
just don't drop, god damn it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Peacemaker season 2. We talked about episode 1 where Peacemaker kills his Earth 2 version.
Himself. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we necessarily need to break this down by episode. I think we're on the same page where it got really good and then shit the bed. Certainly the last episode, if not the last 2.
Wait, you mean it shit the bed with the Nazi planet?
That was fine. They wrapped it up, but I felt like the final episode was like a long, unnecessary denouement for the most part. But I mean, let's go through it. But I'm like I don't care if we specifically like now we're talking about episode 2. Now we're talking about episode 4.
Yeah.
Right. So, but in episode 2, there was Flag was talking to I think who was he talking
Lex
to, or
Luthor?
maybe he just had it. We're not there yet. But so he got the report about Rick Flag Jr.'s death, right?
Oh yeah.
And there was all these details about how he died, like beat by beat how he died. Why? Like, wasn't it just Peacemaker and Rick Flag who in that fight?
Yeah.
Or was there body cam footage or something?
I mean, I guess Peacemaker wanted to be very truthful. I mean, he does seem like he's innocent to the point of truthful.
That's fair.
Or naive.
That's fair. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jeez, I should have taken more notes to rewatch because I don't even know what this says. I said Harcourt is such a dick, and then something about Beaker. She calls somebody Beaker, right? Like the Muppet.
She calls him like a Beaker-looking dude. I can't remember what he even looked like.
Yeah,
but
I don't remember
I thought
either.
that was pretty funny when I saw it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like most of the episodes are at least good, but man, the final episode, it's not good. We'll get to that. But let's see. There was some talk about there was like 99 other universes. I was like, okay, well, at least it's not unlimited because I really don't like that many. Wish it was fewer. I don't know if they're.
I thought it would have been like a lot. I don't know. I don't get why like it would only be like 99 or maybe.
I don't either. It doesn't make sense. But if they're going to put a limit on it, there's at least that.
Yeah.
And I really don't like what they did with it already, but we'll see.
You didn't like the tiny little animals?
God, that was so dumb. It was so bad. So stupid.
What did that remind me of? That reminded me of another like cute little aliens that ended up being like vicious and like cannibalistic.
Yeah, that wasn't something
what
else.
was that? Yeah,
I don't know, but I know I have the same feeling. Let's see, that episode also brought in Tim Meadows, who for the most part was pretty funny. There was some of his lines I didn't think were very good, but it did make me laugh.
Yeah,
he was giving everybody nicknames.
Wasn't the bird thing?
Yeah. Oh, that was funny too.
Bird blindness.
Bird blindness.
Why would you call it a duck?
Yeah. But that I thought it was funny when he was giving the nicknames and he calls them one lady titties. And then like she like zips up. I sincerely hope that actress was okay with that. Then let's see. In the next episode, Harcourt was banging Rick Flag Jr. That wasn't clear to me if it was a flashback from Earth 1 or if that was only happening in Earth 2. And I don't think that was ever. I
thought it was just
ever completely cleared up.
Earth
I know
2.
that's what I thought too. But then like other people I've discussed with, they're like, no, that's why she's mad at Peacemaker because he killed Rick Flag Jr. It's like, but all she says is that they were best friends, which I mean, You could be best friends and be banging. That's fine. But I don't know. That didn't seem like they were in Earth One.
I feel like there might have they didn't say no that they weren't, but it was also one of those, hey, they could have hooked up and still have been friends, and she's pissed off because she was really close to him and his dad. Right.
Yeah, yeah. What else do I have? Oh, when Peacemaker first goes and meets Earth 2 Harcourt, they're sitting on the bench having a nice chat, and then like one of the Sons of Liberty runs in and gets blown up. Or I think somebody, maybe it was just a bystander, instant bystander. Somebody runs by and gets blown up. I didn't see that coming. That was a pretty chunky explosion. Then his brother's also a superhero. Is he Captain Triumph? I don't think they ever said his name, but I think I read that somewhere.
I remember one day just the something trio, the top trio, or
could be, could have been something like that. And then
I don't think they said what his name was.
Yeah, but Augie in Earth 2 is like the blue dragon instead of the white dragon. Michael Rooker shows up as the Eagle Hunter. I forget the character's name, but he's definitely doing red face, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
but I thought that was the whole point of why he was so funny too. Was he was clearly not an Indian.
I think that the character was doing red face, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be an American Indian person. Sorry, Native American. No, Native. God damn it.
Native. Yeah.
Yes. What else? Let's see. Episode 4. Oh, episode 4 opens up with them finding like the flashback to Chris and Keith and Augie finding the doorway in the woods, and they kill Gollum. That's what that guy looked like, that alien.
Yep.
I never really thought about how Augie got the quantum unfolding space thing before. I thought that even though he was like a wild racist, that he was a genius and he invented this stuff. But I guess, did he also find all those helmets? I don't know.
They didn't go into it, and I was fine not knowing. But it was just it's one of those like, Because now I'm like, okay, well, what about the helmets? To your point, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably better not to go into it. It'd be unsatisfactory. I don't know. Oh, so when Peacemaker, I don't know. I had some question about why Peacemaker didn't just go into the quantum closet to escape Argus. Why didn't he just put a fake closet that like, put in a fake closet and then further in you have the quantum closet? I don't know. Just thoughts. So they jump ahead 6 months. Did Waller tell Peacemaker to kill? Oh yeah. So I just had a question. There was something about some reference to the Suicide Squad that Waller had told Peacemaker to kill. What's his name, Junior?
Rick Flag.
Rick Flag Jr. Oh, that's why I couldn't think of what it was. I wrote down FR Jr. instead of RF. But I went back and checked, and yeah, he did. I guess Flag Jr. was going to leak some info. So
yeah, because because at the end of the Suicide Squad, he had that drive and he was gonna make it public. And Adebayo actually makes it public, right?
That's right. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, and she's what's her name's daughter? Waller.
Waller's daughter.
Yep. Then in episode 5, Rick Flag Jr.'s funeral. So I guess this is where it seemed like maybe they were hooking up, him and Harcourt. Okay, I think because Rick Flag Sr. says something to her about it, that he knew that they were more than friends, something to that effect.
Oh, and why he called her family? Didn't he call her family or something? Or
yeah. Let's see. She has to contact him to try to get him to come out where Argus can capture him, basically, right? She uses the copacetic safe word, and he ignores it. Oh, and then the reveal that Bordeaux is half cyborg. I didn't realize that before. Harcourt saves Chris by choking him out when they try to take him. Like they were going to shoot him, I guess, right?
Because Bordeaux was going to shoot him in the head.
Yeah, that's what it was. Let's see. When they take him in, Economos, like I forget what the word was. He put in the report that they took him in, right? Because basically Flag was going to beat Peacemaker to death, right? But if there's a record of them arresting him, then they wouldn't be able to do that, right? So Economos does that, and everybody's mad at him, and he's like, "You mean thanks for doing some busy work that we're all required by law to do?" And then Tim Meadows backs him up on that. I liked it.
But but apparently it was Rick Flag's, like, he was counting on Economos logging it so that Peacemaker would escape and then would take him to the door, right? At least that's how I took it.
Yeah, I guess so. That's quite the scheme, but I guess it worked. I thought it was a little. I didn't mind that. What's his, Ricker's character got killed in the end there, with all the different eagles. I thought it was okay, but I didn't like that. I mean, and maybe it was just from the point of view of, I can't remember the character's name. I wish I could. It was a funny name, but the point of view
to
of
keep
Ricker's
remembering
character,
Michael Rooker.
Yeah. Maybe it was just like his point of view, and he thinks that he sees Eagly glowing, being the prime eagle or whatever. I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't want Eagly to be magic. I just wanted him to be badass, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's some stuff like that I was like, I could do without this.
Yeah. Let's see. Peacemaker basically, he disappears into this is where he disappears into the Earth 2 world, right? And shuts the door and leaves the contraption behind, and Judo Master followed him through. I felt like that episode had some like badly written and delivered dialogue. There's something about that one. That one was a bit of a low point for me.
I wouldn't see, wouldn't he have noticed Judo Master coming in right behind him, and they both appearing in the closet?
Yeah, you would have thought, but then episode 6, that one bounced back, man. That was probably the highlight of the season for me. It was weird though in the beginning. After they do the credits, it's kind of like freeze frame, and it shows like everybody's faces deforming. That was weird.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch
I don't know why they did that. It didn't really mean anything, I don't think. But Adrian's mom, that was pretty funny when they go to his basement and his mom is there, and she told him that he had told her that he was hooking up with Hardcore. That whole exchange was hilarious. She just kept going. It's like, Mom, shut the fuck up.
He's just so mean to his mom.
Yeah. And then he's got a basement full of like drugs and drug money because he doesn't know what to do with it. And then they blow the when they open up the door, it blows the coke all over him, or I don't know if it was fentanyl or coke. I assume it couldn't have been fentanyl. That would have killed them.
It was coke.
Also, so when Harcourt goes through, and then who is there? Who gives her a ride back to Argus?
His brother.
Right, Keith. Yeah, so Keith finds her there.
Yeah.
That, I mean, obviously we just moved along for TV show purposes, but because at first I was like, oh, she's got an easy out. She doesn't need a ride because she could just say she'll just drive back by herself. But then I was like, well, why isn't he asking how she got there? Right. But I don't know. Maybe he's not that smart.
He didn't seem like it because he totally was not understanding all of the signs that she wasn't really herself.
Right.
He was just like, oh, this is really fishy.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't know what Halloween was.
Yeah. But when he first catches her, right, and she like closes the bathroom door with the other people inside, and she's like, I just took a wicked shit in there. That whole thing was pretty funny.
I just came here for this snow globe, the one that my mom gave him.
Yeah. That's right. She haunts.
Yeah.
Let's see, Adrian's noticing all the little differences between Earth 2. It was kind of funny, but I felt like it went on a little bit too long. But like the cheery O's, right?
Yeah. I like that character. He's funny.
Oh, I liked it too. I just felt like that went on a little bit too long, but it was otherwise funny.
It is. It's kind of. It's actually kind of cool that, or cute that, like, the Earth 2 version of him is just as like innocent but also bloodthirsty. But
Yes.
and just such a bloodthirsty do-gooder.
Yes. I did not expect Lex Luthor, the new Lex Luthor, to show up in this, and I guess Flag is trying to recruit him for his tech. Nicholas Holt's great. What was it? Oh, yeah. Near the end of this episode, like right before the big reveal, Earth 2 Adrian hates Peacemaker and he joined the Sons of Liberty because of him. And I was like, oh, that's that's weird. And then this was crazy to me. I had a strong reaction to this. It was like I didn't see it coming. I didn't read any of the comics. I didn't know about Earth X. I'm just like a cis white heterosexual man, so I don't notice when people are missing. I guess there was never any people of color in Earth 2 ever shown, and I apologize for not cluing in. But oh my god, yeah, it turns out that the Nazis had won. It's just basically a white supremacist Earth. That blew my mind. That was crazy. I did not see that coming at all.
I feel like I didn't connect it until I think I noticed it that there weren't any colored people anywhere in all of Peacemaker's outings in that world. But then, like, when I saw the article, that article confirmed it about how Fortnite was like, oh shit, like we got to refund people for that dance for the Nazi.
I still don't even understand that because he didn't do the Nazi salute.
He was just doing that. I think that hand sign, which is like the arms of the
right. Yeah,
of
I
the
guess.
symbol.
All right, I'm gonna make sure to post that on social media.
Don't get taken out of context wrong. Sure.
Did what was I gonna say? And Augie finds Economos in his house. He's like beating him up and stabbing him through the hand, and he's like starts telling him everything. And I was like, man, he's saying way too much. And then he's like, I am saying way too much. That was great. He was really good in that episode.
I don't know. I forget. Is Steve a G? He's like one of the main writers too, right?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think I've seen him credited, but I'm not sure. But yeah, he's
his character
guy.
nonetheless is still really awesome.
Yeah, I do like him. And let's see. They spoke to the. I have in the podcast. They said that they spoke to the. Oh, that's in the podcast. There was the scene where they go to Argus, and there's the dog there, and it's sniffing out people, right? Yeah. I guess they had spoken to the dog in German, like that dog had been trained in German. And so I guess on set, on set they spoke to the dog in German, and I guess they were a little worried that was going to tip people off. But I guess they do it because people aren't going to, in English, accidentally say the wrong thing to the dog, set it off, right?
Right.
Also, it is a German Shepherd. German Shepherds only understand German. Of course. And also another interesting tidbit about the podcast episode about that one was that I guess James Gunn didn't realize that Halloween is a German band.
I didn't know that.
Oop. Yeah. So he didn't mean to accidentally imply that they were white supremacists, which they are not, to be clear. Then episode 7, I guess it was going to be called All the Reich Stuff, but because all the episode titles get out before they air, they didn't want to give away the reveal at the end of episode 6. There's
what was that called?
Ignorance
is Chris.
Yes. There's the Hitler mural, and he's like, Jesus Christ, how did I not see that before? He makes a break for it with Harcourt in the jetpack. I thought that actually looked really good. I did not think that would have worked. That worked well because they don't go that far either, and they just crash.
No, they just get through the window and then they crash. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it would have looked really bad and fake, but it didn't. Um,
The special effects are really great, actually, for a TV show.
yeah. And then, since they showed the Cheerios last time, I was looking for when Judo Master was eating the Cheetos to see if they are Cheetos, and they are. Then they get to the part where it seemed out of character for Augie to be so understanding when everybody's kind of like they're back at the house now, and there's a big confrontation basically, and Augie's like telling Keith, he's like, "Look, he didn't mean to kill our Chris," and I was like, I don't know. I kind of thought that was out of character, but the more I thought about it and listening to the podcast, I guess since he was such a raving racist in Earth 1, the Earth 2 version of him might be better. And I think later on, I don't know if it was this episode or the next one, but he was just like, "Look, I'm just doing the best I can in the world that we live in." It's like, okay, he's not like, he's not running the Underground Railroad, but he's also not like actively targeting colored people.
Yeah. And actually, it was Peacemaker that was the raving, like, apparently
right. Yeah.
racist dick, right?
Right.
Like,
and I
his
think
dad and his brother aren't.
Yeah. And I think that's also maybe a little bit of a stretch for me for Augie to be like, "Look, our Chris, he was kind of a bad seed," and to be okay with it. I don't know. I guess it depends on how bad, right?
But we'll never
anyway,
know because he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. And then, this was the one that ends with Adrian killing Augie, and then everybody else is like stabbing Keith, and Peacemaker's like yells to stop, and like that was really, really good acting by
John Cena.
John Cena. Yeah, he was amazing there. He's come a long way. I never really thought that he was a bad actor, but usually, he's got a meathead part. He's gonna be meathead or whatever. He's really been good in this.
Before Peacemaker, I thought he was like Mark Wahlberg, who is just like the same character in every movie.
Yeah. I think he's just been cast that way.
Yeah. Did you read that Dave Bautista, this was actually written for him? Like, Peacemaker was actually originally.
You might have sent me or told me something about that. Yeah.
I really can't see it anymore. Like, I love
he
John
would have been
Cena.
fine, but John Cena's great. Yeah. And I hope we get more of the character. I don't really like how the season ended or where it's going, but I really like the character.
I mean, but we will, right? Because it ends on a cliffhanger.
Well, let's get to that. We're at the finale. Sorry. Right before we get to that, in the season 7 podcast episode, they said that you're going to finally see what happened on the party boat. And I'm like, fucking finally. I've been waiting this whole season. Like, what happened between them? And then we get to that, and it wasn't that big a deal. They made it sound like, I don't know. I don't know what they made it sound like.
They made it sound raunchy.
Yeah, and James talking. Yeah, they did make it sound really raunchy, right? So I figured that they got drunk and hardcore regretted it. And anyway, I like this better. I just wish that it hadn't been talked up, because what happened was they were having a good time, and they had a meaningful kiss, and she can't deal with that, right? So I like that better. It was just like, don't talk it up like it's gonna like put some major plot twist on what happened the rest of the season stuff. I was just like, okay, that's interesting, and now what are we gonna do with it? But when they go on the boat, he was also James Gunn was also talking about cameos, and it turns out that it's Nelson. I mean, that's kind of funny, and I would just wish you hadn't talked up cameos, or I would have been like, oh shit, that's Nelson. That's funny. We definitely didn't need a whole song by them. We definitely also did not need the whole theme song again. While the band is, that's Foxy. Forget their name, Foxy whatever.
So it was like a big musical.
It was too much. This episode was too long, and it did not really pay off. And I feel like, so let's just get to it. So there's a little bit of kind of interesting stuff where Argus is checking out other doors that they can find once they go into the quantum unfolding space. I hate the first door that they unlock, which is door 22, and it's all the little imps jumping around. Yeah. It was so dumb. Like, this world would not exist. I hate that. And like when they're shooting them, I know James Gunn thinks it's funny that they explode into glitter, and I guess it's kind of funny, but like, why would a living being explode into glitter? I don't know. It's so stupid. And I think I had a similar argument in the second Doctor Strange movie where they went through like the paint universe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, maybe it's a totally different universe that has completely different physics. Like, great, does not interact well with our universe. Then you should not be able to travel into it. You would be instantaneously killed. But anyways, so they explore different worlds, and then they find this one called what's the name of it? They're going to turn it into a prison planet, but it's called like
Salvation.
Salvation. Yeah, that's it. I don't know why it's called that, but anyways, yeah, they're going to turn it into Salvation. I guess. Did you tell me this? That it's in the comics. It's where the dark side trained essentially.
I don't think
somebody told me that. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what somebody told me. But anyways, they're gonna send metahumans there, and then in the end, I don't know if they tricked Chris into signing something, or he signed something. He did sign something at the beginning of.
I thought it was the bail paper or something.
Yeah, but he didn't read it, right? He didn't read it.
Chris
so I bet
read.
you that was it. Yeah, I bet you that was it. Neither do I, unfortunately. I should. So anyways, he apparently signed something that said that he was volunteering to go to Planet Salvation or whatever to be a human guinea pig. And then they send him through.
It was
the door.
Galaxy Quest. Those aliens on Galaxy Quest. It reminds me of.
That is it. Yep. Yep. Good. Now we can sleep tonight. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's setting it up for something in the DCU. I don't know. I'm not psyched about the future, but maybe that's good. Maybe I should have low expectations. Maybe it'll be better than I expect. Did I lose you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It had its moments, and I'm here. Oh, it had its moments, like when Adebayo was talking about how like she loves Chris because she feels like she finally belongs somewhere and she feels loved by him and everything. Like moments like that were nice, but yeah, I could do without the musical numbers and the over, I don't know, the over emotional stuff between Holland and Peacemaker.
Yeah, and I didn't
Harcourt, not Holland.
I didn't think we needed the scene where Adebayo went and like broke up with her wife. Or
yeah, I didn't care about that either.
Maybe that should have stayed in the previous scene where she was explained why she needs to break up with her wife. If that had been left out, then leave the part with the wife in, because like I don't have a problem with her being gay and being gay married married as gay people. Like that's not the issue. The issue is like she already said all the things that she just talked to her wife about in the previous scene. And I don't need to see it again in an episode that is already running too long. So maybe trim out the first part and leave the second part.
I wonder if that was like them trying to show how influential Judo Master is, or how Judo Master became like a core part of the group for Checkmate. Because he was the one that was like, maybe you should be the one thinking about how, this and this.
Well, then maybe then maybe they should have shown her going to speak with her wife and is about to start the conversation, and then you do like the pan away, and then it's something else is happening, and and we get the gist of it. But I don't know. It just was like too much in an episode that was already too long and too full of unnecessary things. So that by far not my biggest complaint, by the way, of the episode. But I think that's about all I have to say on the episode. On the season, I guess. Hopefully not the series. I would like to see another season, but I don't know what the plans are.
Did you like when Eagly finally put his wing over Ginger Cool's shoulder? Economos' shoulder.
Yes. I love Eagly. Eagly's great.
Eagly's so cool.
Yeah. There's got to be a third season because you got to have more Eagly. All right, cool. I guess that's it. We are scheduled for Predator and Predator 2.
Is it next week?
Predator is in 2 weeks. Predator 2 is in 4. And then I think if Fantastic Four has been streaming long enough before then, we'll do that after Predator 2. Otherwise, we'll do Superman. And I'm going to know before we record Predator 2. Like, I'm going to know well in advance whether or not that's going to work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'll give
Yeah.
you a heads up if we're going to do Superman or if we're going to do Fantastic Four. And then we'll do, I think it's the 2 AVP movies after that. And then we'll do whatever we didn't do, like either Superman or Fantastic Four.
Got it.
Because I had originally had a schedule where we were going to do Superman and Fantastic Four back to back, like and switch it up as necessary. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to spread the AVPCU thing that far apart. So
Sounds
okay,
good, man.
sound good. All right, man.
Yep.
Thanks for picking
Hopefully
a movie
all
that I'm
this-
not going to totally hate.
You're welcome. I hope all these recordings like come out okay. God damn, I had it set.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, I was using the I think it was because I used the app again. I should have just stuck with the browser tab.
Mine always,
hopefully.
even in the browser, mine defaults to the wrong thing for some reason. Even though I set it to the right one in the computer. Oh, sorry, no, I have to set it. If I set it on the computer first, it defaults to the right one. But yeah, I'm glad it didn't drop out. I am concerned about how fuzzy you are right now. Not concerned about the recording quality, but that you're going to drop out on the next recording. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to figure something out. Have you reset your modem and your router at all?
Yeah.
Maybe as
I
simple
don't
as
get
that.
what
Okay.
It seems to have only started happening because I mean it was totally fine when we were using Zoom and stuff. I don't know if it's Rivers.
It was
For me, it
fine
seems to
for
be
a long
Riverside.
time. It was fine for a long time with Riverside too. It was just like the last 2 or 3 episodes, and we've been doing Riverside longer than that. So I don't know. Well,
I'll try it out.
As long as I hope it doesn't drop out, but we'll see. All right.
Yeah. Cool. See, man. Leave it open.
Yeah, just for like 2 minutes. See you later.
Bye.
All right. Bye.